Hello and welcome to Bite Size History, History of the United Kingdom, brought to you by AI Cast. I'm your host Aidan. In this episode, we'll delve into the arrival of the Beaker people in Britain, exploring their impact on the Bronze Age. The Beaker people, a diverse cultural and linguistic group that originated in continental Europe, migrated to Britain around 2500 BCE. They brought with them new technologies, cultural practices, and beliefs that had a profound impact on the local population. Named after the distinctive inverted bell jar-shaped pottery vessels adorned with intricate geometric designs, beaker pots were found all over Europe and became a hallmark of the early Bronze Age. Prior to the Beaker people's arrival, small, dispersed communities of farmers and herders used stone tools and weapons in Britain. However, with the Beaker people's arrival, a new range of technologies and cultural practices became available, including the use of bronze metal for tools and weapons, burial with grave goods, and specialized flint tools for metalworking. One of the most significant changes brought about by the Beaker people was the use of bronze metal for tools and weapons. Bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, was stronger and more durable than either metal alone. With access to both copper and tin deposits, the Beaker people produced bronze weapons and tools that were far superior to stone tools, such as swords, spears, and axes used for hunting, warfare, and defense. The arrival of the Beaker people had significant implications for the economy and society of Bronze Age Britain, leading to the emergence of specialized craftspeople who produced bronze objects for trade and exchange. Bronze objects became highly valued and were used as a form of currency, creating new opportunities for economic growth and development. The emergence of new trade networks also led to increased contact and exchange between different communities, helping to spread new ideas and technologies throughout the region. The Beaker people introduced new forms of social organization to Britain, with some communities developing hierarchical societies led by powerful leaders who controlled resources and exerted authority over their followers. Other communities remained more egalitarian, with decisions made through consensus and cooperation. The Beaker culture also developed new burial practices and rituals, with beaker pots often buried with the dead, along with other grave goods such as jewelry, weapons, and food, suggesting a belief in an afterlife or spiritual realm. While the arrival of the Beaker people brought many changes to Bronze Age Britain, their migration remains a topic of debate among archaeologists and historians. Some scholars believe that the Beaker people were invaders who displaced or assimilated the local population, while others argue that they were peaceful migrants who coexisted with the local population. Despite the controversy, it is clear that the Beaker culture left a lasting impact on Britain. Their innovations and practices continued to influence British society and culture for centuries to come, shaping the development of new societies, cultures, and civilizations. The Beaker culture was just one of many cultural groups that left a mark on Britain, contributing to the rich history and diverse cultural landscape of the island. The impact of the Beaker culture can still be seen in many aspects of modern-day British society. For example, the use of bronze for tools and weapons paved the way for the development of more advanced metallurgy and the use of iron, which became the dominant metal in later periods. The establishment of new trade networks helped to foster economic growth and development, which continues to be a major driver of the British economy today. Furthermore, the Beaker culture's influence on burial practices and rituals can still be seen in modern-day Britain. The continued use of burial mounds, standing stones, and other forms of commemoration reflect a deep-seated cultural connection to the land and the ancestors that goes back thousands of years. This connection to the past is a fundamental part of British identity and culture, and it continues to inspire new forms of artistic expression, scientific research, and cultural exchange. In addition to their impact on British society and culture, the Beaker people also played a significant role in the wider context of European history. The Beaker culture was part of a broader cultural and technological revolution that swept across Europe during the Bronze Age, transforming the continent and setting the stage for the emergence of new civilizations and cultures. The Beaker people were just one of many groups that contributed to this process, but their impact on Britain was especially profound, as they helped to lay the foundations for the development of a unique and enduring cultural identity that continues to this day. In conclusion, the arrival of the Beaker people in Britain was a pivotal moment in the history of the island, and their impact on British society and culture can still be felt today. Their innovations and practices transformed the material and cultural landscape of the region, paving the way for the emergence of new societies, cultures, and civilizations. The Beaker culture was just one of many cultural groups that contributed to the rich history and diverse cultural landscape of Britain, but their legacy remains a vital part of the nation's cultural heritage. Thank you for listening. If you liked the show, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on Bite Size History.